Hello. How's it going? It's Thursday, April 2nd. Whew. It's been raining here where I live. Like, more like sprinkly rainy, but nonetheless, enough to. I have no brooches on this side of my shirt. I gotta balance that out. Sorry, sidetrack. Um, Nonetheless, enough to have triggered my fibromyalgia for the last 2 days. And it's interesting, side note, y'all don't even know me probably, and you're like, what is this lady talking about? It seems as though when this all is hurting really bad, that my back does better. And when my back is really killing me, this does better. That doesn't make sense, but there you are. So I'm Lucinda, says down on the banner. It's Thursday. I live in Northern California. That is where I ship from. This is the last week of doing 2-week build-a boxes. So I will be billing out from last week and this week, beginning Sunday or Monday. Everyone should be paid up, hopefully, by Friday, invoiced and paid, and shipped by Friday next week. Going forward, I am going to do 1 week at a time because from here on out, I am only doing jewelry, vintage costume jewelry, and some vintage semi-precious jewelry. Yeah, I'm adding more and more silver, gold plate, Native American. There's so much. I mean, I'm not going to list it all, but bringing in more micro mosaics. I'm doing more and more of that. But I will never, ever, hi, Ducky. Hi. I will never, ever move away from my passion, which is vintage jewelry. So that will always be a thing. And because the economy, the state of the world, the state of our country, tax day coming up, all these things are going on. And across the board, tax season, this is always a thing. I mean, I've been married to a construction worker forever, right? So always right after Christmas and the month before and during, so March and April, tax season, everything slows for most people in this country because that's the main focus. So since across the board, I've been noticing that happening to, more than half of the resellers that I hang around with, and that's quite a lot. I decided to do buy it nows for the next 2 weeks. Now, today I'm doing 5, 10, and 15, but I will be throwing in starting bids. I will be throwing in starting bid, regular auction pieces. So it won't only be that. And I started thinking about this in doing buy it nows without saying it starts at 5. I am giving people who have the fastest internet the biggest chance to win an item and not allowing for the possibility of someone with a slower internet or slower fingers who would really like that item to bid. So therefore, I'm going to see how it goes today. And if I see that, it seems as though that might be happening, then tomorrow it will all be starting bids. Tomorrow will be 15, 20, and 25 with starting bid auction prices coming in. Because I want to make it fair. I want to make it simple. I want to make it easy. I want to make it inexpensive. It doesn't mean I'm bringing like really low quality pieces if you like costume jewelry and even some semi-precious items. But I just want to keep it fair. I hope that all makes sense. If you bid today and you win an item and I don't have your information, it happens. I get new people at least, several times a month. Then right down there is my email. And I need you to email me by the end of the day your YouTube name, your real name with address and zip code, and your PayPal email address, because I bill through PayPal. And I ship using Pirate Ship, just like everyone else. Although I will put a caveat, and then I'm going to get rolling, that I think it's starting April 26th. So we're not there yet. Although I don't know why we're not. The post office is putting a 7% surcharge on shipping because of fuel prices. So, and there's nothing, any of us can do about that, right? So starting next week, since I only sell jewelry, it will be once a week billing. You should get it out by the next week as long as it's paid, and it'll just be in jewelry boxes. I haven't upped it to just priority mailboxes yet, but I'll probably get to that point as well. Okay? Okay, so I don't know who's here. I don't know who's coming. Like I said, it's, I just watched a sale. It's a little rough. It's not awful. It's not awful, but it's a little rough for us. So, we'll be kind. We'll just see what happens. Ducky, how's your day going? You working and working? Working and working? Working and working and working? Oh, man. Okay, and that's the other thing. I'm a little tired because I've been working on massive amounts of paperwork in addition to sorting through lots of new inventory and putting together new formats. So, hi, Chew. How are you? Oh, wow. You're still waiting, Ducky? Jeez, I'm sorry. Somehow that doesn't seem right. Somehow I feel like you should already know. It is the 2nd. Okay. So this is going to be buy it now, and I'm going to move between $5, $10, and $15. And like I said, I'm going to throw in auction pieces. All right. So I'm going to start with $5 item. Buy it now. And it is a modern rhinestone cuff bracelet. Yeah, they kind of suck, Ducky. I'm with you. So we are going to start with the $5 modern rhinestone cuff. Let's see. It is glass. It is pretty. There's nothing unpretty about it. It's just modern, like possibly this year. Those are glass. So you've got your multicolored, your green, blues, bright red. They are cut. They are really shiny. They are open in the back. Everything about it is still great. You want just a fun piece. It's wrapped right there. And I don't do a lot of modern, but I got this in a lot. And, it probably costs $15 out there on the market. So, I thought, what the heck? It has never been bent. It is large on me. I'm a 7.25. So I am going to presume this fits a 7.5, but you could bend it closed down to probably a 7.25. And it is a buy it now. So you would just put in that you want a cuff, and it's yours. And I don't do recaps. So there is that. Okay, I thought I'd start with a easy peasy modern piece. And I don't have, I'm screwing up. I don't have, oh, there you go. A basket to put. There you go. Now I do. Basket to put items that are not sold. Although just because they're not sold doesn't mean they're not coming back. And like I said, I'm going to move pretty fast today. Ducky, I think Chew is YouTube or StreamYard bot. They never talk to anyone. They just come in and wave their hand and that's it. It always cracks me up. Okay. So, next piece is this. $5 faux turquoise with glass AB crystals, pretty spacers, necklace by Express. So this could be anywhere from Express, could be anywhere from 2000 onwards. It's got a really nice, that old 1930s tiny keychain. Is what I call it. I forget the official name. There it is. It's good. That's like a 1-inch extender. And then boop, boop, I do have my helper, my necklace helpers. And it's not sterling silver. It is, there you go, computer, thank you. It is faux plastic looking turquoise. The AB is glass. And it comes down to this really pretty hanging. I think it's great. But you have to like plastic, and I do. There goes. See how it changed? I still haven't adjusted the settings. I've got to make a note and do that. It just changes colors on me. Oh, did I do that? My goodness, I did. And look at this piece. If you did not know, so if you're walking down the street with this on, everyone is going to presume this is green and blue turquoise. They're not going to know it's plastic. And you've got nothing to lose if you lose it for $5. It is... Sorry, y'all. It is probably going to come down the pendant to right about here. So it's about maybe 17 inches. And it really is. It's just a nice little piece. And you don't have to worry about losing it. If this was real turquoise, look at the color of this. Just completely is gone. No light. I'm not tech and I keep forgetting to go into my computer. I'm doing so many other things. $5. Don't do recaps. Don't do recaps. And what you don't buy and what isn't taken today, it will go around. It will come back. Let's move to a different box. So Ducky, thank you. Tuesday, I was trying to think of the song, Will You Marry Me, Bill? And I was going to ask people if they knew what group did that song. And you probably don't even know the song. And I was astounded by who did it. Okay. This is a modern. I have no idea who made it. It's got purple stones and inset, made to look like CZs. It's got a great safety clasp bracelet. It is really pretty. I did test for silver, even though I was pretty dang sure it wasn't. It's a buy it now for 10. And I thought it was really nice. Let's wait for this thing to catch up light-wise. Good Lord. I mean, I'm surrounded by bright lights. Surrounded by them. You would think it would work. It's a little on the small side. there. See how I hate that. But these cannot be, they're glass. They are glass. It's very well done, although it is modern. It's got the one side snap closure for a safety clasp, and then it comes undone. Hinge. So I mean, it's very well done. I would wear it. It's too small for me, and believe me, I wear a lot of stuff. It's another one of those pieces that looks like you're wearing something that cost a couple $100, but you're not. It even has the spaces in between. Ducky. Yeah, that's hilarious. So see in here, it's made like really good vintage, really high quality. Buy it now, $10. And it doesn't fit me. So I would like to say, and it is blue stones. So I would like to call this size a 6.75. 6.75. Don't do recaps. And some of this might come back around next week if it doesn't sell. I have a goal. I have a lot of things. And I can't really drop prices very much. So I just did a huge last household vintage sale. And within that, I did a huge jewelry clearance. So Ducky, do you know the song, Will You Marry Me, Bill? I love you so. I can't just look at it. Ah! Who's that? It doesn't even tell me who's calling. Usually does, but it's going away. Sorry about that. Okay, these are 10. Tested them for silver, not silver. They look vermeil and silver. They are pierced clutch back, I think they're called. Earrings. Gorgeous. $10. Buy it now. I polished them up. All this tarnish came off. And so I tested them. Ooh, caveat. I tested a bunch of stuff, including a piece that I know is gold and a piece that I know is silver. And none of it came back silver or gold. So I am buying new testing solution, which means that, in fact, these could be silver. But I'm saying they're not because my testing solution is bad. Hi, Stars Art. How are you? How's it going? So these buy it now 10, and they're fabulous. And I want to say they polished, they cleaned, they are silver with the solder balls, right? The three little, there goes the computer, finally joining me in light. And then gold, silver tone here, bump out. Layered up high like this. And then this, I love this kind of earring back. And like I said, my solution is old. I mean, one of the sterling silver solution I have is probably a year and a half old, and the other one is 6 months. And same with the gold, because you can test for sterling silver with gold. And I think these are beautiful, whether they're sterling silver or not. And I can't because my solution's bad. They don't say 925 anywhere, but they all of this polishes off with a sterling silver cloth. So I'm suspicious. They're dainty. I think they're a showstopper. They would match any type of silver or gold because of that silver gold bump out that you wore. Okay, they're going down. Thank you. And I don't do recaps. I don't believe in them. I don't like them. I don't like them. Okay, how about Star? How are you? And what kind of, two things, what kind of art do you do? And what kind of items are you interested in? Or are you just interested in everything? Okay, this is a woven seed bead done in kind of the Native American style. I don't know what the style is. I need to learn the word. It's $10. Buy it now. It is tiny, opalescent, well, clearish, some opalescent white, dark, almost like a grass green, black, and purple bracelet. Has the toggle closure. And these, there you can see where they finished it, all hand loomed. You can see all the threads right there. I have no idea the age of these. These were made constantly in the 60s and 70s. However, they're also still made today. So I really don't know. I wish I did. But I don't know how you would date these. I mean, there's some beads I can recognize. And I would know instantly that it's older, but this is not one of them. So on the first toggle closure, this would fit tightly on my 7.25 wrist. There is a second closure as well. So I would like to say a 7 to a 6.75 wrist size. And you don't have to worry about sliding it over. And, you know, this took hours of work. So I think $10 is a steal. I was asking 20 or so for these last week. I'm an artist of many mediums. I paint in acrylics. I am a tatter. Whoa, that's a hard potter. Wow. And jewelry and resin art is my current fascination. Wow. Thank you for sharing that with me. I love that. Okay, we're moving on. And like I say, I'm trying this because things are moving slow, but I, you know, so this starts at 15. It is a seed bead and melt glass necklace. Buy it now. Buy it now. And then I'm going to do an auction starting bid. Buy it now. Seed pods and white melt glass necklace. Oh, and you have a channel. Oh, Ducky, if she has a channel, please drop it for me. It is done on metal, so I'm assuming more like the 80s. I really have to get in there and deal with my autofocus. These are melt glass. There you go. And these were so popular when I was growing up. But again, I still don't know the name of them. I want to say anise, but anise isn't right. And it's just really nice and really simplistic. And you see, this is how I know this is a shellacked seed pod. All the tops have the brown spot. At first, I thought maybe they were ceramic, but they are also a seed pod. It is a very long. I love this piece. Thank you. It is very long, and I will tell you I'll put it over me. I'll show you what I did with it the other day. Oh, well, stars are. I live in the middle of nowhere, but I'm really grateful. I have good internet for a really inexpensive price, but my dish to capture my local internet is directly across from one of the main cellular Wi-Fi dishes. I'm extremely with no trees in between. So this goes down to right in the middle. So it's about 26 to 28 inches. And what I did the other day when I was showing it, I wrapped it very loosely in a knot like this. It's not wrapped. So I'm trying to move fast. Sorry, and I'm in a fibro flare. Sorry. I just did something like this. It won't stay. Anyway, it's very interesting when it's bunched up down here. Gives a whole, see, there's two ways you could wear it. I think it's very interesting. And I like, I'm not really a boho. You would think maybe I would be because I, spent a lot of time as a hippie. Alternative living, and I live in the middle of nowhere. So you would think that boho would be more my style, but I admire the bejesus out of this. It reminds me of my mother, but I'm more of a plastics girl. Hi, Becky. What's going on? I don't know. How's it going, Becky? I keep meaning, Becky, you're going to laugh at me. So I'm going to do a price drop on a buy it now of this right now, $10. Buy it now, $10. Oh, yep, I understand, Becky. Oh, the boonies in Washington. Good for you. Price drop, $10. Buy it now. This is really, I don't know what those big round seed pods are that are shellacked. And then the milk glass beads. This is a really good. It's really well made. It's really nice. $10. Price drop, $10. So anyone watching on the replay, go for it. Becky, you're going to laugh at me, but I really have been meaning to call you so we could talk about Thursdays, maybe like once a month. We rearrange like both of our things or something, Oh, thank you, Star. I appreciate that. Okay. I am going to do an auction piece. I appreciate that, Stars. So this is a sterling silver necklace with a sterling silver charm and I believe it's a freshwater pearl. It is going to start at 18, which I think is I think that's a good deal. So here's the chain. There's the little 925 tag, and the chain is older. It's definitely sterling. It's very thin, very delicate, a little bit long, and then it comes down to This beautiful, this has got to be older. Maybe not, but it has the earmarks of it. You get my computer to catch up to me. It is like a hammered flower on top of just a round disc that says, oh, come on. My pal. I haven't heard that name used in a long time, so I'm thinking it's older as well. My pal. And then hanging off of that is a small pearl. Here's the back. And it's kind of a little oval dish. And you see what I meant, why I'm thinking it's hammered? It's not all the way flat in the back, like as if they put the front piece on and hammered it, soldered it on and then hammered the My Pal. I think it's really well done. It does look hammered, and it's not just my wonky computer light. So that is also sterling silver, My Pal. And it's long enough. It's about probably comes down to here. It's probably about 20 inches. Maybe 22, but I'm going to err on the side of 20. And again. And I think starting at 18, that's less than the value of the silver. Okay, let me know if I'm going too fast or too slow. I don't see a lot of people in here. Sometimes that camera eye thing that I see for the count isn't right, so I don't know, but let me know if you change your mind, if you come in late. I'm going to go ahead and do another auction piece. There's only a few people in here, but you never know. You never know. I never give up hope. Well, that's not true. That's a lie. That is not true. Okay. This is a inlaid sterling silver ring that is going to starting bid of $58. Inlaid sterling silver ring starting at $58. It's a good one. It's got lapis turquoise, obsidian, mother of pearl, and coral. At least I'm assuming that's coral because that would be pretty standard. And it fits this finger on me. It's got a double band. It's got that great design. I'm going to assume, where's my ring sizer? There it is. I'm going to assume, based on the finger, that it fits me. Yep. It is 7.5 to 7 3/4 in size. So comfortably, it fits on my 7.5, but it would go to a 7 3/4. Sterling silver inlay. And I think this has a little bit of age. Hi Heidi. Hi. I don't think, I mean, I could be wrong. It could be, very vintage, but I kind of don't get that impression. It doesn't seem worn enough. Here is the inside. There is no maker. So anyway, Becky, I'm going to try to remember to call you. It's amazing how much is going on in my life, and something like a simple telephone call is like, I don't get it. It's 1 1.25 inches long and 3/4 of an inch wide. Size 7.5 to 7 3/4. Really nice ring. Well, starting bid 58. I know it's, for me, I have short little fingers, so I would want it to fit here or here. Here would be best. I wish it was bigger, but it's your size. Okay, so that started at 58. Let's see. I'm going to try this piece as an auction piece. Thank you, Ducky. Heidi. It is, yeah, it's very well made. It is indeed. Heidi, I hope you're doing well, sweetheart. So I am going to start this glass paneled. Didn't I just get rid of that? I didn't. I'm going to start this glass paneled, articulated Egyptian revival. I think it's earlier than the 50s. Okay. There are other glass paneled Egyptian bracelets like this that I've seen, but I can't find this one with the pharaohs anywhere. And it is going to start at an auction price of $63. I don't know. Stars, there should be a like button. I'm having like a medium flare, Heidi. We've been having light spring rain. It's probably the last. We haven't had but about half of our normal rain. Upside down. So this is glass. And that is the pharaoh with his bird. Right? That's a bird. It's in white. There goes my internal thing having light. Green and orange. More black and white. Turquoise, green, and black. And this is all hand painted or blown. I'm not sure. Glass. Blue, dark blue. I like this one a lot. And it's all just the pharaoh with the, his, what would they, headdress? Yes, headdress, but what bird did the Egyptians wear on there like that? I don't remember. A falcon? And then look how well made this is in terms of the articulation. it is so good. And that's another reason why I think it's older. It is just so well made, and it's heavy. It's a heavy piece, and it is a push-in hinged closure. And even in between the pieces, look at the hinges. It's heavy. It's a heavy bracelet. It's just beautiful. And it fits me just exactly. So 7.25 down to a 7. You could probably do 6.75, but then it would fall to like right here, which, you know, my plastic bangles go down here all the time. So it just depends on, you know, what you like. Okay, good stars. So I was like, I don't know how you can't find that. So this is here. It's a really, really incredible find. And like I said, if you go and look online, you will find these glass panels. And some of them say 1970s, 1980s, you know, when King Tut tomb came back to America. It's way older than that. Way older. And now that there you go. And it's in like excellent shape. This is a little worn. So, and I don't, nowhere does it say the maker or even what country. So, not a clue, y'all. Oh, yes, stars. Absolutely, I can. Thank you for asking me. And I have a few of these. I don't know that I brought more than just this one today, but I appreciate you asking. Please ask at any time. So, there you go. See the black, and then it's like a deep wine purple, and then that glossy grass green with the white. And it's just that kind of traditional. To me, it reminds me of, I really need to look up what this is called. Native American designs on blankets, shirts. Here, does anyone know what the heck it's called? I mean, they did like their Thunderbirds, you know, and then this is the toggle. That is just the end piece. Nothing is coming apart. It's still in really good condition. See here, the loom, the edges. And it was a buy it now for $10. And there's 2 toggle pieces. And it just fit on my wrist 7.25, but it would go down to a 7 or be loose. And, you know, yes, Southwestern style, but, you know, that works. Southwestern style works. So it's a buy it now, $10 if you're interested. And I do have, I put it somewhere. So yes, this was what it was. I put it somewhere. I don't know. I have a thicker one that is like primarily red and reds and pinks. And I think it's a little bit larger. But I don't have it in my boxes at the moment. So thank you for asking. So let's move on. I have just a wackadoodle bunch of stuff, y'all. Hi, Jessie. Oh, stars. Okay. Thank you, stars. Do you want me to call you stars or art or something else? Star is in at $10 and we can just say sold to stars. Thank you, Star. I love these. I am so glad I'm finding, and I have a belt. I have these. Oh, perfect. 6.5. It'll then fit you right about like right here. Here. Thank you, Joe. Should I call you Joe? What do you prefer? Thank you. So it's just, where'd we go? Did we say sold? Yeah. Would you like me to call you Joe or continue to say stars art? Because I want to call people what they want to be called here. Not everyone. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And thank you again for your first purchase. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you tuned in. Okay. So this is going to be an auction piece that starts at $19. It is a bracelet. It is somewhere between, I think it's a more modernist, but it's also, I'm going to go with modernist bracelet. And it's going to start auction at 19. And it is a really fun, definitely vintage, 4 panels. It is not sterling silver. I believe it's pewter. I love the motion in this one. This is a clasp, shepherd's hook, but very thick. And then here's the back. And it's a little, let me show you. It's a little concave, just a little, but not enough to where it makes you uncomfortable. Sometimes when things poke in on your finger because it goes in, or on your wrist, it makes you uncomfortable. This does not do that. And this is what's so cool. Look at the hanging. That's the extender. And it has an old Middle Eastern coin. I think it's Turkish. But listen, I'm not from the Middle East, so let's stop doing that. So I cannot tell you definitively, but that's a real coin. It's quite old. I'm waiting for it to focus. That's one side, and look how well this is very well constructed. Don't know anything about it. Love this piece. I love this piece. And fits my wrist with the extender. Okay. Fits my wrist with the extender all the way up here. I would want to be more like a 6.75 so that it was loose and it hung right down here, or even a 6.5. And then this would dangle. Yeah. And 19, If you look these up, 19 is a steal for this piece. Really nice. Okay. Okay. Thank you for looking. I appreciate it. I appreciate anyone that's here right now during this time. It's like I said, I'm doing this right now because it's, thank you, Jesse. It's a hard time economically. Okay, this is going to be $5. It's a necklace with really pretty, I think it's probably meant to look like a coral or amber vintage 3-strand, very long necklace. So my helper, my original helper, Dolly. I would say this is like 70s. Possibly early 80s. And you've just got your 3, it's just gold tone. Got your 3 basic chains. And then it has, these little tiny accent pieces that go from a darkish red to this orangey red. And that got tangled right there. Of course it did. You know, because why wouldn't it get tangled? That's the multi-strand necklaces. They do not behave. So it's just really simple, and it's a buy it now for $5. I don't think you can go wrong. And I think you could layer this with like a real amber and real gold, and it would be great. It's really long. Buy it now for $5. You know, I got a bunch of lots recently that were a really good deal. So I'm able to pass that on to all of you. And I've got my hair in the way. See, it matches my gold tone woven hoops. And of course, so you put it on and then it's like, yeah, it's not wanting to lie right. It's all over the map. It's not worth taking the time to futz with it because I don't know which piece went where. Anyway, it does. It's not tangled. It just is doing that. It hangs down to, it's about 25 inches long. And like I said, if you had an actual gold chain that was shorter, or amber piece, or a piece gold like this with a amber piece in a locket or a pendant right there, and then just put this on for layering, or put it on with some real gold hoops, boom. It is a hard time. It is. $5. And with that in mind, I've been buying lots that are a little lower quality than, I have been bringing for quite a long time. But they still have a pizzazz. They still have something unique and interesting going on, or I wouldn't be showing them at all. I mean, there are pieces I get that I literally just give it right to the Goodwill or put it in a bag to sell as a bag, of mixed jewelry, because nobody wants it, and I'm not going to sell it because it's just not worth it. Okay. Ooh, these are fun. These are a $15 buy it now. These are tribal with a blue stone earrings. And I don't know what the blue stone is. I cannot afford a Presidium. I need more people to be a part of my channel and to actually buy. Oh no, I'm now paying for for StreamYard because I'm on 3 times a week. So I'll get there, but I do test. This is not sterling silver. These are beautiful. No, they're vintage. How vintage? 80s. They're on a wire. And then they have this kind of periwinkle blue stone. It's not dyed. It's on both sides, and I love all of that going on the bottom. All of that going on. I like movement. And that is hand worked wire. That is not machine done. That is hand worked wire. So not from this country. What country? Not sure. So that's one. What is it today? I don't know. You have no idea. I've been putting this together for a couple days as I'm doing other things. And see, this is how I know as well that it is a real stone, because you see the white spot on this one? I was like, oh no, there's a nick and it's dyed, it's painted. Uh-oh. And so I tried to scratch it. I tried to clean it with liquid. No, it wasn't coming off. And then there's a piece on the other side. So it is some kind of natural stone that also has the white in it. That is not a nick. It's really weird. I don't know. Yeah, I know. And see, even this, that wire, that's hand done. And this wrapping, hand done. So I think for 15, these are a steal. And they would go with my shirt I'm wearing really well. They're about 2 inches long. Beautiful summer earrings. Beautiful summer earrings. Buy it now, 15. Beautiful. Love them. Okay. Yeah, Becky, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's always a ton of sellers on jewelry. I mean, not just jewelry, because I come from a background, Becky. Becky sells glass and household and jewelry and ephemera, and she's on more than I am. So I'm in that whole, circle as well. That was the circle I started in. So this is the busiest 4 days. Yep. And it just is what it is. I mean, it just is what it is. Okay. This is going to starting bid of 16. It is a pink seed bead necklace with a beautiful clasp that I would wear sideways. Starting at 16. This is so, so precious. And it has gold tone clasp. Oh, I love this. I don't know why I'm starting this at 16. Hi, Kat. Oh, Kat. Let me finish describing this and then let me ask how you are. Here is the leaves. Here is the pink flower rhinestones inset with the clear. And then this hooks together like that, creating this. Boom. And it has 2 strands of about 12 strands each of pink seed beads. It is super long, super thick. And the way that you want to wear this, you want to wear this with this down on the side. The point of having such a beautiful clasp as this on these vintage seed beads is to wear it so the clasp is showing over on the side. Thank you, Becky. It's vintage, most definitely. Gold tone caps. It's just, and I know it's vintage because I know that these seed beads are old. They're pink with a clear white inside. So they really shine. And I would say there's 20 to 30 strands of beads on here. And this like white tie-dyed t-shirt, again, with these little earrings. That's all I would need. It is, okay, Cat. It is pretty long. Let's see, 7, 1. So there's one strand that's just a tiny bit lighter than the other strand and a tiny bit shorter. 12, 24 inches around. So it's 24 inches long. And it's just stunning. And 16. Last time I showed this, I was asking, I think, $30, $35. I have lowered the price. How it would, Heidi. I have lowered the price based on where we're at economically and just kind of, hedging my bets of making enough that it cost averages for me to be successful. We'll see if that's true. I'm also just really trying to help all of you because we're in a tough time. We are in a tough time. Okay. If anyone ever has any requests of something they really want to see, let me know. I may or may not have it over here, or I may or may not have it somewhere else. Kat, when you come back, let me know. I want to ask you a question. So this is a wooden carved snake wrapped bracelet. Yep, all those words. $5. Buy it now. Black wooden carved snake wrap bracelet. $5. Buy it now. I do have a little bit of fantastic plastic, Heidi. Heidi knows me well. And it is wood. And the first time I showed this, I think I just said it was a wooden bangle. I didn't get that is a snake head. And the way that this was carved, so this is an artisan piece. Buy it now for $5 is like nothing. The way they carved it, here's the snout, there's the snake. That would be where its eyes are. And then that's its undulating body. How freaking cool is that? And unfortunately, Cat's in. Unfortunately, you cannot, Cat bought it. Just let me finish showing it, Cat. You cannot see in this light. I really have to go in and futz with my settings. You cannot see that. See, here's the tail. You can't see there's actual wood that shows through. So it gives it It gives it more depth. So the cat. Thank you, cat. Thank you, cat. 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 How are you and mom, cat? Cat. I just, more than anything, I want to know that you're okay. I want to know that you're not like in post concussion and you don't have any new. Okay. Good. Everyone, if you could send some good energy, a prayer, thoughts to Kat and her mother, I would really appreciate that. They were hit by a truck a couple days ago. They couldn't open Kat's door without two people helping her to get out. They had to go to the ER. So, good energy is appreciated. Okay, so you want to see some fantastic plastic? This is going to start at 14. It is probably 1960s, early 70s. It's on cord, so it could be, I wouldn't think later than 60s. Necklace. You've never been in an accident, Heidi? I have. So it is really spectacular plastic, and I believe it was supposed to, there is no maker on it. I believe it was supposed to mimic onyx, coral or carnelian, and carved bone or other material. And I don't see Ducky. Ducky, are you doing more than one sale? Are you crunching away? I will put it in here. Oh, Ducky. Ducky, you are. I knew it. So, see, this is on cotton cord. And, plastic is my love. Black plastic. Gold tone round spacers that are kind of hammered and round and really interesting. And then these red and orange tone with white beads, big ones, going down to this. I looked long and hard at this to see if in fact it was a natural substance with the it's hand knotted in between. Is that hand knotted? No, excuse me, those are spacers. There's gold tone spacers in between. I looked long and hard to see if this was natural material. I believe it's carved plastic. I do not believe, after looking at it for all the telltale signs, that it's a bone. It's very long. It's really nice and unique. I've never seen one like this. And then it ends with the black and the orange at the bottom, and it's quite long. Quite long. And I don't need the clasp to put it on. I have to put my hair up out of the way. And I love plastic. I love plastic because it's durable. You can mold it. You can use so many different types. You can do so many different things with it. You can leave it hollow or fill it up. You can carve it. You can just make it round. It catches the light. And while it's gorgeous, the majority of it is not something that you need to freak out if you lose it, other than the fact that you love it. And so, and it's versatile. It's more, to me, it's more versatile than, say, turquoise. So this comes down to right here. So it's about 20 inches. And see, so I am a really eclectic person. You see this ring I have on? I would wear these together. I would wear some kind of earrings like this with this plastic, and I'd be happy. Okay. Thank you, Ducky. I love it. I mean, this was like a going into the office, going out at night. This is a fancy necklace. I'm sure it was sold at a higher end department store. So, for instance, here we go. Look at that. Remember I talked about draping things together? Layering? You could layer these because that has the red, orange, and the gold. So this piece would come down a little longer, and this piece would be in the middle. Yep. Exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't have time today to do all the layering and whatnot. Yeah. Right, Heidi? Ducky. Who, don't tell me. Never mind. Don't tell me. I think I know who's on. And you know, I cannot, my God, I cannot watch everyone that's on all the time. It's just, I can't. So this is an Aladdin lamp Disney pin. It is vintage. When I first got this, I was like, this is whatever. I don't even care, because this is not the type of things that I deal in. And then don't worry, Debbie. And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh my God, because it's Disney. This is a Aladdin lamp with the Aladdin genie brooch from Disney. These sell online from $30 to $75. I am going to do a buy it now for $15. Any resellers out there that list? Anyone who collects Disney? Look this up. I was flabbergasted because my daughter loves Disneyland. I grew up watching Disney movies. It's enameled in rhinestones, and see, there's this lamp. But Disney was never my thing. Sure, I like a lot of this stuff. I like a lot of the older movies, you know. But wow. I could not believe, I was like, the last minute, I was like, well, you know what? I better look this up. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. But no, and it's Disney made in Taiwan. So vintage Taiwan 1980s, right? 1980s. I believe Taiwan was the 80s. And all the rhinestones are there. It's seriously a serious collector. I just, mind blown. But everyone collects everything, right? I mean, there was a time when I was collecting stuff that people are like, you collect what? 2 1/4 inches long. And a little over 1.5 inch wide. You got kids that love Disney. You got someone who loves the Aladdin movie. Well, I've got you covered. I'm looking at this one thing. I want to see something here. Okay, good. I was really worried that there was a stone missing right there at the top. Right there. It's not. It's just a yellow enameled. So, it's not everyone's thing, but someone out there wants this. Yeah, no, but there's just this one little place right there that looks like it could be, but it's just a yellow enameled. Okay, so I mean, this was not one of my daughter's like favorite Disney things. She's 37, 38. But I think she would really like it. Possibly. So if someone doesn't step up, it may be gone. So this is a Tibetan costume jewelry ring, modern, and it is going to start at $22. Costume jewelry Tibetan ring. Boop. It's not going to show very well from right there. That is turquoise and coral. It is not sterling silver though. And there's what looks to be it's lapis. Let me put this on a different finger. Lapis. That's not a good finger. And I showed this last week. I actually have two. The other one's different. A lot of work went into this. And it looks to me kind of like one of the Tibetan gods, possibly. Look at the stack on there. And it is adjustable. And it's new. It has never been adjusted. So currently, it almost fits my 7.5. No, Kat, it's not from you. Did you, have you had these, Kat? I got it somewhere else. Have you had these? Have you seen them? This was the first time I ever saw them. So currently it's sitting at like about a 5, but it's got enough wiggle room in there to go to, let's look. Wow. Probably almost a 7.5, if not a 7.5. That's a lot from here to here to get it down over to here. That's quite a lot of adjustability. Oh, really? Interesting. No, Kat, it's my memory that I got these from someone else. I don't think so. I don't think so. So, I freaking love it. I mean, but Kat, me and my memory. Me and my memory. I could be totally wrong. But I don't think so. I think I got it from another source. It is 3/4 of an inch long, and at its widest, 3/4 of an inch. And I believe it would adjust to a 7.5. And I'm tempted. I'm tempted. You just sold some recently. I wonder. I really honestly felt that it came in a box from another reseller. But then now you're making me think, uh-oh. I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to go back to some buy it nows, and then I'll do some more auction pieces. Kat, are you done having your concussion? Is it gone? Is your mom's ribs okay? What's up with your shoulder? You didn't text me. Oh, Kat, no, I'm going to do an auction piece just in case Kat is interested. This is this modern sterling silver. Where did it go? The 925 is in here somewhere. Cat ring. I believe. Hold on. I'm looking for the 925. Sometimes it's very hard to find. And I'm not finding it. Hold on. And I don't want to tell you that something is 925 if it is not. And because my testing solution is gone. Yeah. Okay. I cannot say with a surety. Oh, the whiplash. Yeah. So sorry. I cannot say with 100% surety that this is sterling silver. I can say that it is I believe it's a house cat with what's supposed to be like a fishbowl ring. It's a size 7.5, and it is going to be a starting bid of $17. Those are probably man-made blue sapphires with CZs. I'm glad your mom is better. That really worried me. Those are like little tiny CZs. The eyes and the mouth. Let's let it focus. Have red, little tiny, teeny red stones, like little rhinestones. And then there's these 3 here. Let me show you. And so see how the cat wraps, that's its tail, wraps around into there. Boom. It's on this band. I love this. And I can't say that it's sterling silver. But I can say those are, I don't think that's glass. I think those are stones. And Kat is in for 17. Thank you, Kat. And it's a size, the size 7.5 fit you, Kat? Yeah. Me too. I hate that she is as well. It's a size 7 3/4. Yes, it totally is. And I've just taken back that it's sterling silver. It might be plated sterling silver because I don't see a 925 mark, and all my testing solution is bad. So we can go ahead and count it down for Kat. I just think it's perfect for you. I should have just sent this to you as a gift. And I generally, unless it's an old vintage piece, when you can see the cuts like that, and some inclusions, and they've left it so the light goes through. They're at the very least man-made stones. And I'm going to assume on this piece man-made because it is more modern. But I love it. No matter what's going on. I love it. Yay, cat. So does it hurt, cat? Does it hurt to breathe for your mom? This makes me so mad. They had really good insurance, right? At least tell me that they had really good insurance. I have to have a cracker. Where did it go? What? Wait a minute. Let's do this. This is really interesting. I'm going to do this at a buy it now for 15 necklace. It's okay. Good. Good. And let me tell you, Kat, it takes, as you're feeling it, several days for everything to really start showing itself, and like a shoulder or a knee, or it can take a week or two to like come out of the shock before you know something's wrong. So don't sign any paperwork, please. This necklace is really fascinating. It's seed beads and like clear glass with foil inside. And I don't know if this is pewter or 925, okay? And it is going to be a buy it now for $15 because I can't test. I suspect it's older, but I can't. I tried testing this, and this was when I knew too that my solution was bad. It says on here, and it's very hard. There's a maker. I can't read that at all, the maker. It also says 925, which doesn't mean it's 925, but it looks like 925, including the caps that are right here. It's a really fascinating, like, look at this clasp. The toggle. Really nice, heavy chain. Then these end caps. And then you've got these almost like a melted kind of blown glass clear with foil inside, like way inside. And then these older clear seed beads going down to another cube, but none of the silver caps. Sorry, cat. It's really, I don't know what's going on with it, but I love it. And here is this. And when you are over here with this, that's deliberate. There is a 925 on it. Yeah, I don't know. And it's a choker. It is probably 13 and a half inches. So that saves a lot of people because it might be 14, but it's on me, 14 inches isn't usually tight. And this is. So if you had a younger person with a tall, slender neck, a dancer, athlete, graduation present, this would be a good one. And you know what I would even do? I like this, so I would swap it and put this in the front or off to the side. I would swap it. Sorry, that was upside down. So that this was in the front. Yep. And put the other in the back. Or maybe you could do like a bracelet. Probably could. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for looking. And Cat, I don't mean to kill you. So, my buy it now plan is not necessarily going so well. Okay. $10. Let's make this $8. Buy it now. $8. Buy it now. Seed bead earrings. Gold, white, and black. These are shorter than some of the ones I have. And at the bottom, hold on. No, that's a bead. I was thinking that was metal. Come on, hang. There you go. Stop doing that. So they're, that chandelier style. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. And these are a little bit shorter. They would go with everything. In my opinion, they're gold, but I think they would go with gold or silver. And they are about 1.5 inches, not quite 2 inches long. Super lightweight. Buy it now, $8. Again, it's a lot of work that people put in on making these. This one is done also on, is it done on cord or? Yeah, it's also done with cord. Loomed. $8. Anyone watching on the replay? Well, y'all, I don't really know what to keep doing. I don't. Well, I'm going to try this piece and then I'm going to see what's going on. And I may need to take a break. So I may go off and come back on in 5 minutes. I hear something that I need to attend to. So this is a buy it now for $5. Freshwater pearls with magnetic clasp. And you know why it's that cheap? I'm losing money on it. They're pinks, whites, and beiges. Freshwater pearls. Because it hasn't sold. I've had this piece for 2 years. They're hand knotted in between. There's a little bit of looseness. I don't think it's a big deal, but so some people seem to really love pearls. And some people's channels the pearls seem to do really well, and other people like me, they just don't see, like that's loose where they knotted it, but I don't really care, um, especially for $5. And then it has this rhinestone clasp. It is magnetic, super easy on, easy off, and 7. It's about 10 inches on each side, 20 inches, so it's going to fall right about here like a choker. Zen, good taste, my man. $5. I mean, how can you go wrong? Sold to Zen. Sold to my buddy Zen. How's it going, Zen? I think it's beautiful. I appreciate that. So, I am going to. So here's the deal. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and I could just put something up here and let y'all stare about it, and you could talk about me. How's that? Yeah, yeah. You guys can talk smack about me while I'm gone. What am I going to put up there? I am going to put this extra long, thin snake chain. Probably probably 70s with that dangle. And it is, geez, about 26 inches long. I'm going to double it on here. And you all can do $1 increments. You can go have a snack and come back. But I have got to go take care of something. And so y'all can just sit here and talk about Lucinda for a minute. And I'll be back, I promise. Here, I know what I can do. Maybe I can do this. So $1 increments, I don't expect it to go for tons and tons, but I will be back 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay. I'm back. Did you all talk terribly about me while I disappeared? Sorry, I had to go do something. Nobody is interested in it. Ducky, thank you for bidding $1. I appreciate that. And sorry, that's the first time that I have ever gotten up during a sale to handle something, other than to, go grab something to sell to someone or to get something. First time ever. So, Ducky, I know you bid $1, but you were just getting this started. So you can retract the $1 if you would like. I totally get it. I was just trying to do something that was amusing people. If you want to buy it for $1, I mean, that's like a screaming deal. I added in my $15 box because it's a double extra long rope chain. But do you want it? Okay. Ducky, you do a lot for me. So if you would wear this, I would absolutely sell it to you for $1. Ducky. Absolutely. You know that. Fact of the matter is, Ducky, you helped me so much that if you ever saw something that you really loved and it doesn't sell, please reach out to me and let me know. All right? Let's see. Where are we at? How about what? What? I really stuff in like $5, $10. Okay, I'm gonna do some fantastic plastic. Yeah, Ducky, I'm getting to that point as well. So this is a West Germany 3-strand, probably 19. Well, actually, it's not West Germany; it's just Germany. So probably 1960s at the latest. They West Germany was right after the war. That was in the 80s. No, that was earlier than that. At any rate, Germany didn't make and send a lot of jewelry, do this type of jewelry for very long. It's just a white 3-strand, and it literally starts at $9. It's plastic, and it's that kind of traditional late 50s, early 60s. That's a good clue. Carved, molded plastic so that it looks like stones. Looks like it has AB coating, but it doesn't. 3-strand choker style necklace. It's got your extender. That's about a 2.5-inch extender. And on the clasp here, it says Germany. And the clasp is copper, even though the fittings are the traditional kind of, Japan. They're little flowers, silver flowers. But I know this is the original clasp because this is copper there, even though this is silver. So, and even this here is copper. Then it goes into, and I love how this is. Shepherd's hook says Germany. Yeah, I don't need much either. That's why I live in the middle of nowhere with not a lot, but just enough. And I'm pretty happy. If my back could get fixed, I would be really content because then I could go and do the things that I'd like to be doing, like going to the beach and walking in the redwoods, and that'll happen. That'll happen. So there it is. It's just your traditional, like 14, 16, about 17-inch 3-strand plastic. And, if you're wearing a dress, there you go. Not bad. Hi, Denise. How are you? I love this. But I love plastic, and I love the white, and the way that they mold it and cut it makes it really shine. It's not matte. Welcome in, Denise. Okay, we're going to pass on that. I don't do recaps, and I'm not going to sit around on anything very long, because everything that hasn't sold is going to come back, because I do have to sell it. And today I'm offering prices that are like, I'm really trying to work with all of us, because all of us are having a hard time in the economy, right? All of us are dealing with tax season. So I'm trying to, for a couple weeks, just make, a couple dollars an item. It's not going to last. I'm not going to stay in this format. So I'm just trying it out, seeing what's happening, trying to help us all. Okay, this is going to be an auction. This is going to, Kat, are you following all the doctor's orders? Like, are you supposed to be watching me? Or are you supposed to be resting your eyes? This is an incredible pair of vintage earrings with seed pearls and amethyst and vermeil. Sterling silver, and they are going to start at $63. They are likely, okay, for the most part. Sounds about right. I can relate. These are going to start at $63. And I would venture to say these are pretty old. I would go out on a limb and say that. The design on here is, this is the vermeil. I believe it's a flower. I'm not sure if it's a vining flower or not. Let's see if y'all can see that. And the seed beads and the amethyst has little, I don't know if those are also vermeil or if they're just gold accent. You can tell the age on this by the stone, by the hanging. Sorry, it wasn't in frame. Then it's rounded. And let's look at the back, shall we? Because it's not marked. Oh, yes, it is. It's marked 9. Oh, it's marked. What is it marked? I want to show you the back and how it's hammered. Hold on. Oh, good night, Heidi. Sweet dreams, honey. Yes, it is marked 925. Sweet dreams, honey. So there's the back. So it's, I'm not sure. This looks worked. It looks kind of hammered, worked, right? I don't know, sand cast. I don't know. And then, but this almost gives me more of a machine press. It is layered and stacked up. It's hard to know. And I don't know why this one, it's because it just needs me to play with it, but I don't want to do that right now. And of course it's doing that when I'm showing it, because why not? Why not? I mean, you know how if you have kids or you had kids or you have animals and everything's fine until someone comes over or you arrive at your destination and then everything goes ballistic. Same type of deal. Same type of deal. I love that. They're very unique. They're definitely an artisan piece. They are sterling silver, amethyst, and pearls. It does, Jesse. I think it looks Victorian. And, I used to say that a lot, Jesse, that that something looked Victorian to me or Gilded Age. And on these pairs, even though I felt very much Victorian at the very latest 1920s, but the top is much more like a Downton Abbey fanciness, Victorian. I just didn't want to say that, but that is my feeling, and that is why they're $63 in addition to being amethyst, pearls, and sterling silver. They're going down. They are gorgeous, Cat. Thank you. They're going down. Okay, I'm going to do another auction for your choice. And it's going to be, and then I'll go back to the $5, $10, $15 buy it nows. But like I said, I wanted to mix it up. No, Jesse, I'm not 100% sure either, but I've been doing this and holding this stuff for so long that I feel pretty confident about that. So, and here's the thing, unless I had a great grandmother that was still here that could say, my mother had earrings like that or whatever, or I could find these exact earrings in a screenshot. It's just touching and feeling and knowing the material, right? And my gut says they're at least turn of the century. So, I am great. Oh, I am not great, Jesse. I am not great. No, I have a lot to learn, but thank you for the compliment. But I have a lot to learn. So this is a starting bid choice of incredible rhinestone and I don't know how to say it, like melted molded glass bracelets starting at $40 choice. These are, so if it's not plastic, it's something like this. I don't want pearls. I don't want diamonds. I want stuff like this. I'm a weird person that way. Most women would be like, ooh, give me diamonds. Give me, and I'm like, give me some fabulous rhinestones. So the first choice is this. That is, I can't say Venetian 100%, but it's definitely Czech. I mean, it's like a Czech glass. It's almost, and this is light blue. There goes the thing changing on me. light blue with like the slag white swirl going through it, and then it's double there, and it goes around to another piece. And these are high prong set, light blue, absolutely fabulous. Around to this. This is like 1930s, classic 1930s fold over clasp. They were around into the 50s, but these are, let me open it. This is a 1930s piece. There's no A-being. This is a very classic kind of deco, if you will. So the other way is this square connector, kind of square rectangle. Let's see here. And that is what I say. And the back is done incredibly well. Look how old it is, and it's not worn. So that's number one. And let me tell you the size. I understand. Whoa, hold on. And the white, okay, so what you see as white in this glass is also a translucent opalescent purple. You see the purple now? So depending on the light, it changes from white to purple. This is stunning. They don't come around very often. This fits me at a 7.25, so it would go down to a 7. Okay, so that's choice number one, and I cannot go lower than 40 on either of these. Just can't. That's the first one. And this one, also totally awesome. Oh my Lord. Here's the back. Yeah, I know. Star, I know. Look at this one. This is just deep, deep midnight blue with the same color baby blue around it. 3 of them. Huge. Definitely check glass. And then look at those on the side and then on the end. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my word. Honestly, see, this to me is diamonds. This to me is diamonds. I just have so much jewelry. Again, it fits me snugly, you know. Here is this one is a kind of octagonal. It's not octagon, but you know, simplistic little cut of metal. And it has a little fold over tiny clasp with little dots on the metal. So this one may be a touch newer, but not much. And that is definitely really good check glass. really good. Like a lot of resellers, I'm starting these at 40. Quite honestly, the quality of this, it could be $70 a piece. So, but I'm, sharing the love. Trying to anyway. Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Ducky. They are so beautiful, but if I keep them and I wear them up here in the country, I mean, I could do whatever I want. I wear all kinds of things every day. But I'm just so afraid that, I'll be walking into the little market or getting in and out of my car at a friend's house, on a dirt driveway and lose it. And I'm like, ugh, no, let's don't do that. Okay. I'm going to do a few more, buy it nows, and then I'm going to close for the day. I was hoping that this would make it such that, a little more sales for me. But also, I'm still hoping that you all are enjoying yourself, okay? So, Ducky, this is a choice $5 earrings. Choice $5 earrings. And pretty good deal. I believe that the wires are likely 925 because they've got that thick part. Usually this type of ear wire is more of a 925 with the thick going on right there. And this one, I don't know if Ducky might not be here. Ducky, buy it now. I'm sorry, Ducky. This one is really cool. Someone made these, took apart something and made it. The top, stop moving. I love the movement, but stop moving. Pink pearl. This beautiful pink round clear bead with a pink, look at the shine on my finger, y'all. Look at that. With a pink cut, I don't even know what to call that drop. Let's call it a tear. Let's call it a tear. Shines everywhere. These are in the pink hat captures the light as well. Whoa! Dropping things. Sorry. Don't mean to. And these are pink. They don't seem to be showing. There they are. Pink. And the light. See that? So in the sun, these are going to be everywhere. $5. Buy it now. Choice. The pink ones with the pearls and I love the glass, the round disc. And then they have a AB tiny cut top. They have the same type of earring wires. And then they have the blue swirl with the foiling inside. And see the teeny tiny cut AB little bead. So if you got both of them, you'd have two new pairs of, about half an inch, 3/4 of an inch long earrings for $10. And these are fun. They're like a pinwheel, if you will. They didn't match what I'm wearing, but I mean, that always happens. Okay, and again, that pink, probably, I mean, it's crystal. That alone is worth more than $5. Just one of these is worth way more than $5. And it is tiny, but nonetheless, you would probably pay $10 to $15 for each one of those beads right there. Yep. Okay. Nobody. Well, y'all, I don't know. One, two, three, four items. When is my timer going off? 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah. I did an experiment today trying to bring things that I thought were at a good price, things that I thought would be helpful to all of us who are, going through it with the economy. Is there anything that I've shown that someone is interested in? Do you know? That was an auction piece. This is so cool. I mean, as usual, I have boxes I made with labels 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then I have auction items. But above and beyond that, whoa, I've got so much stuff. But 20, 30. Per hour, I have to meet my capita, my mark. And I know it's hard right now for anyone to do anything. I know. But I just don't know if it's worth continuing, y'all. For me, or for all of you. I just, yeah. I'll do one, no, $5. I'll do a couple $5. And then there's my timer. I'm going to do 2 more $5 items and then I'm closing. And I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, this is super cheap. This is a starting bid of $5. Butterfly brooch. 1960s, 1970s. Gold foil. I showed one last week. That was purples. This one is green, yellows, and oranges. Starting bid of 5. Foil, yep. It's got your rollover. Now, a lot of these rollover clasps have come back with Temu, okay? With Temu items. This is not Temu. This is much older than that. You see the piece down here that attaches to this clasp? It's an older clasp. This is not Temu. But I want to warn you, I really want to warn you that, thank you, Becky. I want to warn you that I just bought 3 brooches and I bid up to buy them because they were really interesting and unusual. And through the computer, they looked vintage. They are all Temu that sell for like $4. And I paid up and I'm looking at them and I'm like, what am I going to do with them? I'm not going to sell that stuff to people. So giveaways, I don't even know if I want to give them away. Yeah. Thank you, Becky. I really appreciate that statement. Thank you, honey. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm over here trying. I am really trying. How about this is my last item, and if you just came in, you could go back. Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, but yeah, we do. But I don't know, Ducky. I mean, I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. But this is a problem. So this is that was interesting. This can be a buy it now for $4. Hi Barb. Welcome. How are you? If there's something that you're interested in, Barb, and you rewatch, that's such a nice thing to say, by the way. Wow. You can just let me know at my email and give me your information at that time. How nice of you. That was really sweet. It's a hard time. So this is a long bar brooch. I would say it's probably from the 80s. And I'm looking at it. It's a buy it now for $4. I'm looking at it and I'm seeing this right here. And I'm thinking, it must be missing something, right? Because I mean, what else would that be for? It's got to be missing. But it's also very weird to me that a scarf bar brooch would have a dangle right here. Like, what kind of dangle? I don't know. Hi, 710. How are you? There is the back. It does go way out through, and that's another thing. So I know that this is older. I know that this is vintage. I almost wonder if this didn't have a loop for like glasses, and you could put your own jump ring on. But another thing to watch for, yes, you could do that. And I probably have stuff I can hang on it around here, Becky. I'm okay, Troy. I'm okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, another thing to watch that Temu is doing is what I just showed you. This super long pin back right there. Temu is also taking a clue and copying that. Not on very many pieces, but they're just starting to. And so really buy from a reputable source, unless you don't care. Now, why do I care so much about Temu? I do not care if someone is getting a good deal. I do not care if you need to save money and Temu has great stuff and you want to get your supplies or your clothing or whatever from there. I'm not all about, they're gathering our information. That's not the thing that is a concern for me. What is a concern for me is if it's really modern. So this is 3¼ inches long. If it's Temu made and really modern, it can have toxic metals, like the factories these people have to work in and the conditions they work in and the toxins they're using in the metals to make stuff. This is not Temu. We don't want that, period. So that's my problem with Temu jewelry, okay? I don't want all of us to be exposed and the workers to be exposed to toxins. That's all. And, if they do that with their jewelry and their factories, what about the clothes we're putting on? What about, that's all. That's all. I've never been on Temu either. But I got these 3 brooches and they're really cool and I really like them, especially one of them. But then I did a screenshot after I bought them and I got them and I was like, oh crap. No, can't, no. So I will look for a charm to put on this. And then I've got jump rings. It's going to come back, at $10 or higher. It's going over here in my repair area. Yeah. So there was nothing, This with the incredible flower sideways clasp. 20 to 30 strands of pink seed beads this long. The seed bead necklace, the earrings. I mean, I have, where did I put it? Good Lord, where did I put it? I'm going to be doing the same thing next week. I just don't know. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I have for $15. That can go away, but it's all right. For $15, gray, green, and purple gray freshwater pearl earrings. There's 2 of them. Buy it now, $12. Buy it now, $12. I'm not going to take them out of the bag. They're, half an inch long. You can see they're freshwater, and look up sometime. Take a moment to look up the difference between freshwater and other pearls and man-made pearls, and learn something. Because you see those little circles? Doesn't take away from anything, but it's interesting. It's just interesting to learn about these things. At least I think it is. So that's what I'm ending on. I appreciate all of you being here. I will be back tomorrow, and I will be doing the same thing. If you, I'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock West Coast time. I'm on the West Coast. 6 o'clock Eastern. And I will have buy it now 15, 20, and 25 with starting bid auctions thrown in between. And I will do the same thing next week because, we'll still be in that tax time. And then I'll go back to, I don't know what kind of format, but I am on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Costume, vintage jewelry, and other vintage jewelry. Sometimes modern pieces that are just freaking spectacular. Like, I showed this last week, but y'all can think about it. And this starts at $85. It is all coral, seed pearls, vintage seed beads put together with rods, round. It is thick. It is incredible. It is 15, 16 inches long. It weighs, I think, 5 ounces. $85. I have a lot of very incredible high-end unique pieces. See, this isn't vintage, but it's incredible. So anyone want this, let me know. All right. Thank you all. Becky, thank you for your assistance. I really appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow. And then it's Easter, right? Sunday. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Be kind. Doesn't cost a dime. And if you can't be kind, maybe just, right? Good night. Thank you.